Hello everybody at YouTube, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT. How's everybody doing? And I just got some free time right now. I'm in my office here at California State University, San Bernardino, but I'm going to grade some speaking practice tests submitted from my online TOEFL students. Right, so if anybody's interested in learning a little bit about my course, if you're on a tight budget and you want to get pronunciation, speaking, and writing feedback, I put a link here in the live chat. It's called onlinetoeflcourse.com, and you can learn more about what my course is all about. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my VoxyPop group here. Let me try something here. So I'm going to put here, let's go to the internet here too. Okay, I think I can do this. Hold on. So let me make this bigger. Got it right here. Okay, now I'm going to put my video here too. You can see both of them here. Okay, got it. So now let me go ahead and take a look. I have at least 3 speaking practice tests I need to grade right now, so that's what I want to do here. Okay, so the first one is one of my students here. I got at least 3 of them have done speaking practice over the last couple of days. And let me go ahead and listen to this one. All right. Okay, let me give him some comments here. This is kind of how my online course works. Students, they upload their speaking practice to my VoxyPop discussion group, or they email it to me directly, and I talk to them just like this. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Shrikant, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT. And I'm taking a look at what you wrote here. So you're writing down, you're speaking a little bit, then you're practicing it also, right? Okay, so let's see. Let me read it one more time here. So reading passage defines conflict theory, and in the lecture the professor criticizes this theory. First of all, I would say not foremost of all, just say first of all, according to the reading passage, a conflict theory views society as a struggle between, I would say, the capitalists and the working people. So use capitalist, make it plural, use it as a plural count noun, and put the. Also, instead of saying mentioned ed, say mentions, because criticizes is in the present, then keep mention also in the present. So by creating laws to benefit themselves as well as they can commit, I would just say as well as they do not commit violent crime. Similar to the reading passage, the lecture discusses about the professor's 3 criticisms of this theory. Alright, so let's go ahead and listen to your response now.
The reading passage defines conflict theory, and in the lecture the professor criticizes this theory.
Okay.
Foremost of all, according to reading passage, the conflict theory views as struggle between capitalist and working people.
Okay.
Also, he mentioned that the capitalist people contrast society by creating laws to benefit themselves, as well as they can commit no violent crime. Similarly to reading passage, the lecturer discusses about the professor makes three criticisms of this theory.
I like how you say similar to. So similar to the reading passage, the lecture. But here's the problem is, I don't know, similar. The lecture is criticizing the ideas in the reading passage. So maybe instead of saying similar, you might say however, or on the other hand.
Firstly, the critical theory doesn't provide sufficient information about the process by which how the person is going to become the criminal. It is stated clearly that how someone is working in the class is going to become criminal. Secondly, the criticism has been the laws always favor powerful person which has been created by themselves. Therefore, this theory is true to create laws and become benefit themselves.
Okay, now we want to take a look at the rubrics now so I can give you a score. So give me a quick second. So as I looked over what you read, you did have some topic development issues. I mean language use issues, and I pointed those things out already, right? Okay, hold on a second. Give me a quick minute. Okay, so I'm taking a look at the rubrics here to give you an idea of how you would score. So I think on this one, delivery is not good. It's hard for me to understand a lot of what you're saying, I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to put you at about 1.83 out of 4, 14 points out of 30 on this one. So some language use issues, as I pointed out, and also some delivery issues. So keep working in the pronunciation area of my course. That's going to be very helpful for you. And keep up the good work. And remember that I changed from similar to, I gave you the suggestion maybe of saying however. That's probably a better word there to use, since the information that you have is different from, the information in the lecture is different from the information in the reading. Alright? And thank you for completing that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and upload my comments to Shrikant now so he can get those. And that's kind of how it works. So my students complete their writing practice test, their speaking practice test, their pronunciation practice test. I listen to them, I give them feedback, and either I email them or I upload my comments to this page. So even though we never meet in person, I definitely can see what they've been doing. And hi there, Shrikant. I can see after a long time you have live stream. It's been a while. It's tough. I'm in the middle of teaching here at Cal State University, San Bernardino, so it's hard for me to get away sometimes. Okay, let me go back to the next one here. Let me do this one more time too. Okay, let me look at what you wrote here first. So you have the reading passage defines low pressure centers, then the lecture gives an example to illustrate this point. Yes, very good introduction how you did that. Then you say, first of all, according to the reading passage, the forecasters mention that cloudy weather precipitation often result in the low pressure areas. I would say resulted in the approach of low pressure areas is probably better there. Also he says the low pressure center area, you want to say the low pressure center area is due to the counterclockwise circulation from the northern hemisphere where the cold air is likely found to the north and west low pressure centers, while the warm air is most often found in the south and east of the low pressure areas. Similar. In here, I would just say, instead of saying similarity, just say the lecture discusses or gives an example to illustrate a low pressure center called a winter storm or blizzard. The lecture points, you want to say points out that most severe winter storms in the United States are part of low pressure centers. Secondly, he states the National Weather Service alerts to people, I would say alerts people, no preposition, alerts people to dangerous weather. Third, blizzards, strong winds. I would say blizzards with strong winds can blow so much snow into the air at once, which leads to dangerous travel. Alright, so I think we're going in the right direction, so I can see how you've organized your response. Now let's listen to it.
The reading passage defines low pressure centers, and then the lecture gives an example to illustrate this point. First of all, about reading passage, the forecasters mentioned that cloudy weather and precipitation are often resulted in the low pressure area. Also, he says
Be careful, low pressure area. So sometimes you're not pronouncing those medial sounds. Low pressure area.
the low pressure area due to the counterclockwise circulation from the north. Hemisphere, where the cold area is likely to be found to the north and west of the low pressure area, while the warm area is the most often found to the south and west of low pressure areas. Similarly to the reading passage, the lecture discusses about the example to illustrate windstorms, blizzards. First, the lecture points that most severe winter storms in the United States are part of low pressure systems. Secondly, it states that the National Weather Service alerts people dangerous weathers. Third, blizzards, strong winds can blow so much snow into the air at once, which leads to danger to travel. This occurs in many parts of the northern and central United States.
Okay, so I think overall your structure is pretty good. I mean, we looked at it, we read it, but still the intelligibility is not where you need to be. So that really is the issue. So I think still, as I pointed out, I did make some language use corrections in what you wrote down about your response. And then delivery, sometimes those medial sounds, for example, the word pressure, the middle of the word, that consonant sound in the middle of the word, you have to be careful to make sure you're pronouncing that. So I'm going to put your score in about the same area as before. I'm going to put you at about 1.83 out of 4, 14 points out of 30 on this one. So as you're working on the vowel and the consonant sounds in my online course, Shrikant, pay attention to the middle of the word. Make sure you're pronouncing that middle sound. Right? That's important, and that'll help you to be a little more intelligible. And then keep working through all the parts of the pronunciation area in my course. Okay, so I'm putting you at 1.83 out of 4, 14 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. All right? And thank you for completing that practice test. Okay, let me look at, I got a question from, it looks like Zaman. You say, I just sent you an email about 15-20 minutes ago. I cannot change your profile. It has to be the same as it was. However, I will put your name in there next to your husband's name so you can see it. All right, now remember, opening the speaking pronunciation questions to practice them. I'm going to say most of the speaking and pronunciation, they are YouTube videos, so make sure that you have all the required plugins that you've downloaded on your computer so you can see those things. Right? What computer are you using exactly? Actually, it looks like Dilly is giving you some comments, so maybe he can help you with that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. Everybody, I got 9 minutes. I got to get out of here, I'll be honest with you. I'm teaching a class in about 20 minutes, so I have to get to the class quickly here. Hold on a minute. let me go over to I'm going to go over to my Voxipop again. We have one more Sally. Okay, let me listen to this one right now. So Sally's doing integrated speaking practice test number 5. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Sally, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT. I'm going to listen to your integrated speaking practice 5.
The announcement states that the students and faculty members are not allowed to use their cell phones during the regular classroom. And the two students in the conversations have different points of view.
Good. That could be an introduction right there. So there's an announcement about cell phone use on campus, and in the listening passage, the two students discuss the announcement.
First student is said that it's unfair because the students already depend on cell phones.
I would spend a little time. What I would do is in the beginning say something like this. You'll say the reading passage discusses an announcement about cell phone use on campus, and in the listening passage, the students discuss the announcement. Then you say, first of all, the reading passage explains that cell phones, blah, 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 blah. And then you explain what the announcement is all about. And then once you've done that, then you talk about the other information. You talk about what the students are talking about, what they believe.
Phones on persons or work-related reasons, and therefore they are.
When you use that word person, the P, you want to pronounce that P with more air. Person, people, put.
Trying to reach them during the cell phone. So it is very restricted.
They try to reach them using a cell phone, I might say, instead of the way that you said it.
Especially if they needed an emergency. But the second students say that.
I would say instead, but the second student, sometimes you got to have a clear pause there. Say, however, the second student believes, then state that.
They didn't say that we can't use it at all, but the students can use it during the class time.
Who is they? According to the student, the announcement does not say blah, blah, blah. So instead of saying they, maybe refer back to the announcement. That way you're integrating the information from the reading with the information from the lecture. And that's going to be a much smoother kind of way to say that.
So that will increase the concentration on the study, and in that case he doesn't have to listen to student talking his phone, and that will decrease the distraction and create more peaceful atmosphere.
Okay, so what do we got? Let's take a look at the rubrics here. So overall, with your intelligibility, one thing that you want to work on is you have what's called awkward pauses and hesitations in there. You pause sometimes unnecessarily. You want to work on that. If you go to my pronunciation lessons 41 through 44, you can get some general tips on how you can pause less, right? It's called thought groups and blending. Overall, you had some minor problems, I think, with language use. Part of your difficulty is when you're trying to explain other people's ideas, that's where your vocabulary and your grammar get a little bit mixed up. So instead of saying, well, the speaker disagrees with the point that the announcement claims that, and then state that. So when you're trying to integrate these ideas together in your writing, you're having some trouble there, right? So one thing that can help you, if you go to the grammar part of my course, check out the lesson. It's called Noun Clauses. I think that might be useful grammar for you in terms of what you're trying to do as you integrate the information from the reading and the listening passage. Again, grammar, the title of the lesson is Noun Clauses. All right, your score here, I'm going to put you in the 2 range. I'm going to put you at about 2.1 out of 4, or 17 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. All right, and thank you for completing that. Okay, guys, I got about 5 minutes here, and I got to go. Okay, I'm saving that one. Yeah, I just saw your comments. You said that I did not upload my comments to Voxipop. Let me double check on that. I uploaded them, but maybe it's broken. So if it's broken, that means you want to email it to me. So let me double check here for just a quick second. Because I uploaded it yesterday and it didn't show up. Did not appear. No, it's good. Yeah, I think something's going on here. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here, Srikanth. Which one is this? 12 minutes ago. Well, according to what I'm looking at, I can see it here. So it looks like it uploaded, but we'll check. I'll come back tomorrow. If it's still not there, that means that Voxipop is not working correctly. Go back here. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Independent practice test number 300. Wow. Yeah, hi there, Sally. This is Michael. So I'm going to listen to your independent speaking practice test number 300.
Actually, the most important significant change that happened in my study habit since I was a teenager, that now I can study in noisy place. But when I was a teenager, I used to study in very quiet places.
Now let me take a look at that question. Give me a quick second. I want to make sure I know exactly what the question is that you're answering here. Let me go back. So we got, okay, compare, I got it. Compare your study habits as a child or teenager with your study habits as an adult. Use examples and details in your response.
Actually, the most important significant change that happened in my study habit since I was a teenager, that now I can study in noisy place. But when I was a teenager, I used to study in very quiet places. That's why I couldn't be in the study groups or even in libraries. But now, because I am a mother of 3-year-old daughter, I train myself to not be easily distracted, even when she tries to attract my attention by keeping asking me to do her some issues. So,
Okay.
I think when you are growing up, you have...
I'd say when I grew up, so I wouldn't focus on that second person impersonal point of view there. You're giving it a personal experience from your own life to help illustrate your points. So focus either on first or third person point of view in this kind of speaking. I think that's the most appropriate point of view here.
To train yourself to be studying or studying anywhere and whenever you have a chance.
So you kind of went into that kind of la-la land there. You weren't staying focused on the idea here. So you're comparing study habits as a child with study habits as a teenager. I think you needed a little bit better structure in the beginning, and then you can talk about your study habits as a child, then discuss them as a teenager, kind of block it, keep it like that, use some examples in there. I think you would have had a little bit better structure to your answer there. So overall on this one, still I could understand a lot of what you were saying. So I think overall your intelligibility was better on this one than some of the ones that you've done in the past. And that's a good thing, right? Okay, so let's take a look here. Let me go over to the rubrics here for just a minute. I think on this one I'm going to put you at about 2.5 out of 4, 19 points out of 30 on this practice test, all right? And I got to go to class now. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, everybody, YouTube, I got to go to class. I will catch you guys later. And hopefully, I think the one student, let's see if you can figure out what your login problems are. You should be able to see my YouTube videos in there. If not, just make sure you've downloaded all the correct software so you can view those things. All right? Okay, I got to go.